Alright, so here we are in game 2. I keep forgetting that Symphony games are best of 2, so we've got Faded and two Chuanz going head to head once again. I'm Helium, and with me tonight is Orbit and sort of statsman, Brave Bird Dota.
Well, two Chuanz came up with a pretty gargantuan performance in game 1, so they're up ahead in this best of 2. We'll see if any of the heroes picked last game are going to see some respect bans. Generally in these best of 2 type situations, you will see that. And there we go. So, the Weaver first ban.
Yeah, two Chuanz though still looks like they're not respect and Faded right here. Just taking out the same bans. Well, they took out the Wisp here. They have yet to ban anything. There it goes. They take out Visage and they take out Wisp yet again. Faded has taken out Weaver. I'd have to say probably still going to take out Batrider. You don't really want to give that away. Wow, 2 respect bans straight away, which leaves Batrider, Nyx, Magnus. Yeah, a lot of big and Darkseer, which Chuanz used. So a lot of big heroes still available for this first pick. We'll see what it's going to be here relatively soon.
If I were in this situation, I would 100% pick up the Batrider here. It's just too versatile. It's really strong in finding pickoffs as well. Does well against BKB heroes, Rage heroes for Lifestealer. There's a reason it's like perma-banned, basically.
Yeah, even with his vision adjustment, it hasn't really seemed to phase Batrider. Still pretty good, and yeah, there it is. Yep. Batrider going to be picked up. Would have been pretty silly not to. I don't think Chuan would have been a fan of not picking the Batrider there. And then Faded, so they respect ban 2, and looks like they respect pick a Darkseer for their first pick here. And we'll see what their second one is out of that. Generally, the offlaner is Darkseer, or he can abandon the jungle, which we saw Crowds do last game. Worked out pretty well for him. Especially since Alchemist went mech, he went pipe. They had both of those items pre 20 minutes, and then like a Lincoln's Weaver. Just really, their 5-man team fight kind of got out of control with that. But I don't know what they pick here. Nyx is also still available, but Batrider arguably does well against Nyx.
Yeah, decently. Something I would love to see is a support disruptor being picked up here. They're actually going to go for the Treant Protector. I don't necessarily agree with this because Firefly does really well in dealing with living armor. However, it is extremely useful for winning the laning phase. I believe the patch is in as well, though, isn't it? So it's only 4 ticks at level 1 instead of 7?
Yep, it is in.
So
4,
that's going to
5,
be
6,
nice.
7.
Yeah, and the Lifestealer pick is massive, I think, for two Chuanz here. Lifestealer with Batrider is another really potent combination.
Yeah, Batrider.
But
most
I
likely
would love to
have
see
that
a disruptor pick.
So there's that Batrider Nyx bomb, and then also the lasso going to be really strong. So very, very good first 2 picks here for two Chuanz as we go into the second banning phase, which they also changed. So now, in the old banning phase, Faded would have had the first ban there. I don't really know how much that matters, but they decided to switch it. Two Chuanz takes out OD. So Faded banned him last game, I believe. OD, I guess a hero that would probably do... I mean, he literally does well against anyone, but would do okay against Batrider.
Yes. Batrider has a little bit of a timing if he hits 3 before OD, but honestly, as soon as OD hits like his stride, if he gets 1 proc of his Essence Aura, it's a 1 lane for him. Batrider can't really do anything against him. It's just the king of 1v1, really.
Yeah, it is pretty strong. Especially since you can outlevel, put someone under, then do the deny so they get 0, like every time. It's so annoying. But Ban's going fast now. Nyx taken out, so it looks like they're not going to let Dimitri play Nyx again. And they don't want to play against it, so that's taken out. Banning Nature's Prophet here again. At least one of the teams banned it last game, just worried of any split push in the late game. Also can just go jungle. And then Shadow Demon and OD, so 2, I don't know, what I think to be very annoying heroes with the Disrupt and the Astral Imprisonment. Can buy so much time and can be really big playmaking abilities. Also very good against Lasso. They can either put Batrider or whoever has been lassoed under and pretty much save their life for the whole duration of that.
Yep. This is a huge combo team in the making for Faded here. The Obsidian Destroyer, sorry, Outworld Destroyer ban is really just protecting your mid.
Get it right.
Outworld Devourer. Yeah, 3rd time's the charm. Damn. It's really just protecting a potential mid if they are running Batrider mid to be able to win it. Actually, Gyro is a hero that does really well against Bat mid. I want to see if they run it as a carry or as a mid, because it has huge potential with the Treant Living Armor spamming him mid against Bat. But
Yeah,
the Shadow Demon does really well. Yeah, it does well against the Lasso from Batrider. It also does really well in dealing with the Lifestealer once he pops his Rage, if you can get your Purge off. So just waiting on the third pick now for two Chuanz here to see what they decide.
Yeah, it looks like they could start building either an aggressive tri-lane or just pick their offlaner here. Also, I mean, Batrider doesn't have to go mid. He could very well offlane in a 1v1 situation if they go aggressive with the Lifestealer. Can mid or go into the jungle. So I always say this, like, there's some ambiguity with the Batrider pick, but like 9 times out of 10 I feel like Batrider's just middle. And then two Chuanz there picking up the Rubik.
Yep. Pretty solid pick. It's kind of going to be difficult for Rubik in this game, in my opinion, just because there's so much stuff that just does so much damage here. It's hard for Rubik to stay in the back and be able to, you know, choose what he wants and contribute to the fight. This lineup looks scarier and scarier for Faded. If I see something like a Warlock mid, I'm praying for two Chuanz here in the team fights on the 5v5.
They very well might do it. I see Faded play it occasionally. And touching on the Rubik, like you said, he will go down pretty fast. But what he can do this game, pretty much the only thing he really has to do, steal Living Armor, which will be easy, and then stand back and use it. So there's basically a Treant on two Chuanz now as well. Assuming Rubik can
The
get
problem
to
with
level
that,
6.
though... Yeah. The problem with that, though, is the fact that Ion Shell just completely negates that. Rocket Barrage completely negates that. They have a lot of currently quick damage-dealing spells that would be able to deal with the Living Armor. If anything, I would say the best spells to steal would be, like, Wall and Overgrowth, maybe. But it's tricky.
We'll see how Rubik does. And it looks like who will be playing that probably? Tella played Bane and Deep Evil played Jakiro, so probably one of those two. Gonna be on that Rubik, 470. He played Alk in the mid lane, so I'm not sure if he's the mid or the carry, but I do think he's the mid, so probably playing the Batrider. And then Hack's gonna be on the Nakes. And then I feel like we know Faded very well, and everyone watching probably knows them very well. So Theory on Darkseer. I guess Rhyme's gonna be carrying, so potentially on the Gyro unless Gyro goes mid. We'll wait for their pick. Some more picks are coming out. Faded, they're going to take Jakiro this time.
What?
And Magnus picked up here by two Chuanz.
Interesting pick here. I actually like it a lot if he can somehow find a timing to use his RP, just based on the fact that there are a lot of low range heroes on this team. Darkseer melee, Treant melee, Gyrocopter pretty low range as well, and even Jakiro gets relatively close to get good ice paths as well as macro pyres off, and even his dual breath there. So there are some big potentials for huge RPs here. The only thing is Lifestealer not the best known follow-up to that in terms of AoE ability, but of course Batrider does a lot of damage there as a follow-up with Magnus.
Yeah, and this changes two Chuanz's lining dynamic a little bit. Do you think Magnus is going to be going into a mid lane? It's very rare that you ever see him 1 versus 3 in an off lane ever since the Skewer nerf, which happened like instantaneously as he got released into Dota 2.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't really like it in the off lane here. So maybe they're starting Batrider jungle, mag mid, and then a safe try. I would love to see something like a Lich pick for two Chuanz, but just to combo well with the Magnus as well as provide a little bit of help in the laning phase, but I don't know if they're going to pick something like that or not.
Well, it is just a best of 2, 4 points is the way Symphony Gaming works, so I mean, they're not a whole lot on the line right now as they're up 1. Lich could be fun. His armor, his W, I feel like is very underrated. It's very nice.
Yep.
Especially against Gyro. I think any of the flat cannons that would hit anyone would slow his attack speed quite a bit.
So that's their mid. It's going to be Slark against Batrider. With the Living Armor, Slark should have a really fun time. It's tough as Batrider to be aggressive there. If you try to be too aggressive, Slark is just going to laugh at you and keep farming. So it should be a pretty good lane for Saibi here.
Yeah,
assuming Bat goes mid.
Armor.
However, Magnus could easily go mid. If Magnus goes mid, even then, the Living Armor is even better in that situation. So Slark a really good pick to finish off their draft here.
I've seen a couple teams, just in Sivo and Symphony Gaming, Probably pro teams doing it as well, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch a whole lot of pro Dota. I'm either playing Dota or casting it, so Slark's gonna be nice. The Dark Pact, you can Dark Pact off the Napalm. What's something interesting, I don't know if you've ever seen Prove Attitude, the videos she makes about the Dota difference. So in Dota 1, if you Dark Pact off Napalm, let's say you had 4 stacks, you drop it off. If Batrider then puts one on you, it puts you back up to 5. But in Dota 2,
oh, that's funny.
It takes it off to 0, and if he puts it on, he goes to 1. So Slark versus Batrider, much better in Dota 2.
That's funny. I actually, I watch some of those every once in a while, but they're always really interesting when I do. I should watch more of them. I feel like everything is riding on Magnus here in this game, for Chuanz at least. If he gets off a good RP, because there are going to be quite a few potentials, it'll be a really nice fight for it. If he can't, it's going to be pretty painful. If Slark somehow gets an Orchid, if that's what he ends up going for. Silencer being the last pick is a really nice combo breaker for the potential vacuum, overgrowth, wall, call down, ice path, macropire, everything.
Yeah, it will stop everything in its tracks. One Silencer here can get to level 6, and then even Silencer at level 3 with 2 points in Last Word is a hell of a lot of damage in a defensive trial, which I think is what they'll be going. Maybe could go aggressive with this, but kind of risky versus a tree, as none of the burst damage that you said is, or the Firefly here, good against the living armor, but I don't know. I'd still expect defensive. But let's get into introducing them, as the game is going to be starting here. So this time, Faded on the Dire. We've got Theory playing that offlane Treant, taking some wards. We've got Rhyme on the carry Gyrocopter, heading defensively. Corey switching his role again here, taking Slark into the mid lane, so not going to be Psybe. It looks like Psybe going to be on this Darkseer here, just jungling by the looks of it, picking up a Stout Shield and some regen. So maybe a defensive 2 lane as... I like that, because they're definitely not going aggressive on the side of Chuanz. And let's see, Dimitri, Jakiro, Psybe, Darkseer. And take it away on the Radiant.
So now on the Radiant side, we have 470 playing the Batrider. Actually, looks like he might be going towards the offlane, but he does have a bottle rushing build, so there could be a bit of confusion for now. In the mid lane, another bottle rushing build is Crowds here. He could actually just be expecting a 1v1 lane, which is why he's doing that. Or he's starting in the jungle, actually, which is what his current path is going. Deep Evil now on the Silencer support here, along with the stand-in Tella, supporting the Lifestealer, who is going to be played by Hax. And he's starting Quelling Blade as well, so they're pretty sure that there's going to be no one in this lane.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you really need a Quelling Blade? I don't...
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if it helps, it helps. We normally don't go for it, but, I mean, to each their own. It's more of a confidence thing with Last Hit, I guess.
Well, he can D-ward now if he needs to later on in the game. I don't know if they did add that in. I haven't seen anyone do it ever.
That's true.
Quelling Blade a ward for 100 damage and then sit there for 5 seconds and do it again. But
I want to see that.
It looks like it is going to be Crowds on the Magnus versus Corey on the Slark in the mid lane. So we already talked a little bit about this. Probably going to favor Corey, and he's even getting the Essence Shift right away. Crowds taking a lot of damage.
Yep. Really nice from Corey here. That's exactly what he needs to do to win this lane. He shouldn't go for the deny right now. He should actually let the Magnus get the last hit, because if he does and positions properly, he'll be able to get another 2 hits on the Magnus. And especially because Magnus is bottle crowing, he's going to be really low. And he actually just lets it die there, the Magnus. So really nice play to start winning the lane right away by Corey. That's going to be really strong for him here.
And that takes 1 of each attribute, right? And turns it into 3 agility. Yeah, all attribute lost 1. So, gonna take away that mana, take away some of that shockwave spamming that Magnuses are pretty accustomed to. The bottle crowing nerf hurt them quite a bit in the mid lane. Not able to rune control as a Magnus, so pretty dependent on bottle crowing. And now it's just a little bit slower. So.
I think the biggest nerf though was definitely the RP damage. Just so painful now having level 1 RP do pretty much 0 damage. It's 50. I always remember going into RPs before patch and just being like, oh, this is great, like I'm having a great time, this is fun, I'm killing everyone. Now I get an RP and I'm like, oh, wait a second, like if I miss my skewer I don't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they really
yeah.
needed to nerf the level 1 damage on RP. It was just sort of later on, even when it was doing 350. I don't know.
I still think it was worth it. I think they did need to nerf it just based on the fact that he had 3 kind of nuke type spells. Yeah, exactly as Bravebird says. He'd have the Shockwave, he'd have the Skewer, and the RP, which is quite a bit of damage on all 3 of them. So if the other person was at 75% health, they're dead, basically.
That's
but
true.
Yeah, it was a needed nerf, but now it just feels worse playing it.
I mean, either way,
Corey being super aggressive.
With the
he can dive this. Wow.
Choosing not
that was
to.
super aggressive.
Maybe pre-patch with Tree with 7 instances could have dove that, but the
Yeah.
living armor got knocked off pretty quickly. And pretty much mid lane, the only lane with action, which is why we've been hovering over there the entire game. But let's check out Hax's last hits. He's at 14. Gyrocopter, so that's Rhyme again, also at 14. Darkseer doing well in the jungle. That's Saibi with 13 last hits. Batrider, he went Firefly first to jungle. I don't do that. Is that what you're supposed? I don't even know.
I actually think this is. Yep. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do, because 2 small camps hits your level 2, and you'll be able to get a triple stack on the large camp, as well as I really like his Bottle Rush build if he's jungling like this, because he'll have the, like as soon as he does the triple stack as well as the small camp, once he stacks it as well as starts napalming it, he'll be really comfortable if he can Bottle Crow with it. We'll see what Magnus does though, as he did get the haste rune, so he might not have to Bottle Crow yet.
No, alright, well, I'm taking notes on the jungling Batrider here because, I don't know, I usually have great games when I do it, but I usually start with the napalm, stack it up, and then you can kill the big camp, and that's usually level 2, but it seems that his way is going a bit faster.
If you want to be even faster, what you do is you kill the trees in between the small and the large camp, and you can actually get a double stack off if you like practice enough, so you can actually be even more efficient there if you want to.
Yes. Dota is definitely a game of efficiency, and it looks like Batrider so just wanted to get that bottle from the jungle quick, as well as almost level 3, to then head into the top lane, but looks like he's going to get burst down immediately once he heads up there, so Rhyme going to draw the first blood with a Rocket Brush, doing a ton of damage. Leech Seed as well, I believe that has a slow attached to it, right? Yeah, 28% slow.
Yep. There was no need for him to be there. He could have just done his stack there. He even triple stacked it. They weren't even pushing the lane that much, so I feel like he could have waited a little bit longer for this, but
Corey in trouble.
Instead goes top.
Corey opposite of in trouble. Crowd's in trouble. Corey with a nice pounce, another Essence Shift, moving in front of the Magnus so that he's taken along on the ride with that skewer, and then getting another quick kill there in the mid lane for Faded. So right now it's 2-0. Faded finding themselves on a 1.5k gold lead and about the same in XP, so pretty nice early game from them.
Yep, that's a huge kill. Slark's now level 6, Magnus is level 4 at the moment. He's a solid 2 levels ahead. It's gonna be really tough for Magnus to deal with him now. I feel like Corey's just waiting for a little bit of health gain and should go right back into this.
Yeah, well, he's got his ult now, as well as the living armor, can back off and immediately regain health, so there's no way he can pretty much ever get pushed out of this lane. Could sit here and just free farm if he wants to, but do you think he should do that, or maybe roam around and start getting some kills? Maybe head to the bot lane, as it is just a duo lane down there.
If they're going to go bot lane, they need to have a TP support from the Jakiro. Treant obviously not going to do much in that situation,
Corey.
but there is a lot of potential.
Dark Pack's the telekinesis into the ultimate, gonna get away. Dark Pack, such an annoying spell. There are wards down here, and he's gonna be envisioned, so he's not gonna be running with his crazy move speed, as it looks like Saibi gonna DC, so they're paused up. Not gonna help Corey.
Corey doesn't have enough mana either, and he had turned, so he has to turn around yet again. This could be difficult for him to get out of. I think he can still get out of it, though. We'll see.
It looks like he might dodge.
I'm not sure if the Batrider is turning.
Shockwave. Yeah, Shockwave misses, so I think Corey did just want to turn around. Telekinesis is actually, I believe, still on cooldown for the Rubik. Yeah, coming off now, and the living armor is there. He's got 4 in Napalm, still no mana, getting pretty low. The surge comes in from Saibi.
Yeah, he's fine.
And looks like, well, maybe not. Hax is there with the open wounds. Gonna slow him down quite a bit, so Hax picks up a kill, just walking into him right there. And now Saibi, gonna be just fine.
That was 5 heroes on the Radiant in the bottom lane for that.
Yeah, that was a pretty big rotation, just taking out Slark there, who is already almost level 7, so having a big advantage over mid anyways, and then drawing so many people away from XP and farming. One good thing about it though, Hax picked up a nice kill. He's got phase boot. Not gonna go Midas this game, wanting to get the ball rolling with team fights and just some early engagements.
Yep. I think the biggest thing that they could have done differently for now would be probably to have the Rubik rotate top instead of the Batrider at the very beginning and kept the Batrider in the jungle. A Batrider soloing the jungle will get his blink so fast, like as well as his levels. It's comparable to solo mid XP. So
yeah,
I mean, rather than having the bat, exactly, rather than have the bat kind of risk anything, you could have the dual lane continue against the Darkseer, who's getting engaged on right now, but he'll be okay. And then have the Rubik just TP to draw the creeps away from the tower, maybe.
Yeah, and it's a pretty strong dual lane. Deep Evil, definitely scaling Silencer correctly. 2 in Last Word early on. 1 in Glaives of Wisdom, just in case you get a kill. That way you do steal the intelligence, as the int steal comes from Glaives of Wisdom. And then I guess you could either stats or Curse of the Silent. It's pretty good in combination with Last Word. If it goes off, does the silence, then you pop the Curse. It can do a lot of damage in mana drain.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks like Hack's going top. They don't want to lose 2 towers here. Now he's joined by Batrider in lane, but going against a pretty strong Rhyme. Looks like he is picking up a Ring of Bass. He's got phase boots as well. And then Dimitri still with a lot of supporting items. Has boots if he wants them.
Nice. What is this? What?
I'm really confused.
Wow.
Ah, Crowds is coming around from the back. So a nice telekinesis, gonna double stun off of that. And a nice 2-man RP. Looks like Rhyme gonna go down, so a nice pick off there. Bring the score up to 2-2. Dimitri gonna land an Ice Path on 1. Could have hit 3, but goes down. And again, 4 heroes involved in the fight this time for 2 Chuanz, but I'd say that time very, very worth it.
Strange play by Nakes. Even if he had run, yeah, that was a really nice RP. It was just on the edge of the range as well, so it was perfect there. But pretty strange movement. I feel like they were both going to run backwards regardless, because there was nowhere else to go for them. But regardless, they do get the kills, as well as blowing a TP from the carry, which means that he's going to have to run all the way back to lane once he respawns, which he is doing right now.
Yeah, so he did die, and then also wasting 135 gold with that TP. Probably had to buy another, and yeah, he's got 2 on him right now. And Silencer, as Bravebird is pointing out, hitting level 6, so going to be pretty good in stopping any more RPs from coming in. Oh, sorry, RPs on the team. Going to stop the Wombo combo of the wall, Ice Path, Macropire, Call Down, Overgrowth, pretty much everything from getting off at once on the side of Faded. And Crowds potentially in a lot of trouble. Many TPs coming in. Ice Path is there. Dimitri could be in trouble. Yeah, going to be telekinesed up, taking a lot of tower hits, thrown back right now. Treant on the other side.
A bit of an unnecessary silence.
So the Living Armor goes out. I don't know if there was a Leech Seed. Looks like 470 is going to get burst down. So Corey picking up that kill. Picked up a DD actually right before that. Even chasing now. Not going to land on Crowds, but maybe one more attack and then a Dark Pact will be enough. No, going to back out of that. Saibi now in an engagement, trying to chase down Tella. Looks like Corey's going to get him pouncing out of the tree. Dimitri here still running around. Now Silencer getting involved. Throws out a Curse of the Silent. Saibi could be in a lot of trouble. Also, Hax potentially infests into Crowds. Crowds goes down. That means Hax doesn't get any of the healing. Actually, I don't think he get healing from heroes anyway. And Corey living forever right now with his tree armor. Batrider shows up, able to take him down. But this trade going so far in favor of Faded. Looks like they got a couple more.
Massively in favor of them for sure. That was just Corey with a DD going ham on literally everyone. He even had 8 charges on his stick, which he couldn't use there. If he had been able to get those off, he would have had the Rampage, which would have been pretty epic.
Yeah, I don't know. It was hard for me to tell him and he died because they're respawning so fast. When I looked, it was like a 2-for-2 trade, but I was like, I'm pretty sure many more people have died. I think 4-for-2 or 5-for-2 trade there.
Yep. Yeah, it was a 4-for-2.
Yeah, so Faded doing well after that. Checking the gold graph, they've been ahead the entire game. Despite 2 Chuanz being ahead in kills for a little bit there in the middle when it was 3-2. But 4k gold lead, 4k XP lead, so Faded again doing quite well. And let's see what Corey is building towards. He's got a Poor Man's Shield, Treads, Bottle. I don't know, either Basher or BKB right away. If you really want to snowball, I guess you can get a Lothar's, but I think that's kind of gimmicky. Corey going in on this. Looks like he's definitely going to get Deep Evil. No problem. Dimitri might be in trouble going against Hax. I don't know if the Living Armor is going to be there. Looks like the Living Armor goes on Corey. Anyways, Dimitri somehow still alive. 470 comes in with a lasso onto Corey. Crowds is there as well with the RP. Probably going to blow it. Maybe not. And as a result, Corey's going to get out of this. Who is over there?
That was the right play not to.
Sabi's over there for Fade. It
Yeah.
looks like Corey going to get another pick off here. Gyrocopter calls down, so Ryan with a nice two-man call down. Crowds goes to, I don't know, playing games with the RP, doesn't use it, canceled it. Gonna die. That would have been a waste for sure.
Yeah, it was the right play not to. Corey had just used Dark Pact, so it wouldn't have mattered even if he'd gotten it off. He would have just done 50 damage, and that's it. Shout out to old Magnus being better. But, yeah, so he ends up going down. He's actually only level 7 as the solo mid. That's pretty painful. If you actually look at the level difference between the two teams, it's crazy. It's the highest is level 7 compared to level 11 on Corey.
Batrider pointing that out. Probably, who did he lasso even? I don't know. I guess he did lasso Slark, but just not quick enough. You also Dark Pact out of lasso. So. It is used, so. Or anything. That spell is stupid. That's how I feel about it.
And low mana.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't know, Magnus. I mean, the bottle crowing hurt him enough. It's like you can almost give the damage back to RP now. I mean, it is kind of an instant kill, but there's quite a few mids that are like instant kills at 6. I mean, Puck, Quap, Dream Coil, Warlock.
Yep.
Like so many.
Yep. Yeah, very true. But unfortunately, short end of the stick here.
Whatever. We see how it is.
And yet again.
Yeah, Crowd's in a lot of trouble. Not able to get an RP off again. Goes down beforehand. Deep Evil there pops off the ultimate. Rubik gonna go down. So another 2 for nil trade. 12 to 6 now for Faded. Just really kind of snowballing out of this, as they do have that Slark, who is a pretty good snowbally hero. Picking up a Yasha right now just for some more move speed. Hit a little harder and attack a little faster.
I have no idea what Dimitri's doing here. I have no idea what he's doing so far away.
He's Dimitri. Looks like it's gonna work out somehow. Hax will be able to TP out of this initiation from Corey. Theory popping an overgrowth on Deep Evil. Corey on like no mana. This is the only thing that may hurt them in this engagement, as they are kind of diving a tier 2 right now. RP used on Cybe. Looks like Crowds finally just wanted to get off. Almost got a triple kill right there with that shockwave hitting all 3. Picks up a double kill anyways. And looks like Corey will be able to get out of that. So given more mana on the Slark, I think again that fight would have just went straight in favor of Faded, but two Chuanz with a nice turnaround.
Yep. He's getting an item right now. Let me just check what it is. It's going to be a Yasha, so even more, I guess, mobility as well as damage coming out from Corey here. He's 9 and 2. He has more kills than the entire other team.
Corey is winning. Anyways, Cybe picks up the mechanism here on the Darkseer. Darkseer picking up the standard mech. Anything new on Rhyme? Rhyme going for a helmeted Dominator, so maybe able just to farm the jungle a little bit, and I don't know, some more sustain in fights, I guess. It's still a pretty.
I really hope he doesn't go BKB. Yeah, this is not a good BKB game. I mean, Lasso, RP, Global Silence. There's a lot of stuff that just goes straight through it.
Yeah, I'd probably just say maybe even another Yasha or a Manta onto the Gyrocopter. I don't know, he's very later on.
That's a prime example. The Lasso just got cancelled by Corey.
Dark packed it off there. And doesn't look like anyone's going to get on. Nakes must be pretty low as he's infested into Tella there on the Rubik. Crowd's TPing down. Deep Evil popping. Did he just pop Global Silence? No, he didn't. And Deep Evil is still very, very squishy going against Corey. Corey can take him down in about 1 pounce and 1 attack with Essence Shift. Same thing goes for Rubik, and there's a double kill on both of those heroes. And it looks like Nakes was quite low, running away now with about 150 health as Rhyme. They're buying so much space for Rhyme right now.
Yep.
He can honestly go whatever he wants.
Yep. It's really the best feeling when your team is doing this well without you.
Yeah, I don't experience that one very often.
But really good warding coming out from Faded here. Sentry ward on Jakiro, as well as Observers and Sentry on Theory. So keeping track of everything, just keeping on the ball with their map presence as well. And, you know, it's just a continual shutdown of the heroes they really want to shut down. Magnus, 4 deaths, not level 11 yet, means that he still does 0 damage with that ultimate. Like, even the Lifestealer being at level 8 is a problem, as well as the Batrider, considering the 3 cores from Faded are 12, 11, and 9. So they have 2 level 2 ultimates already on good heroes that you want to have.
Yeah, nice level 2 ultimates as well. That cooldown going to do a lot of damage. Let's see, Homing Missile, yeah, kept the level 1, not doing a whole lot there. And looks like Rhyme still not quite ready to fight, even though he is level 11, as Rocket Barrage at level 2. Looks like he maybe wins some stats, maxed out Flat Cannon just to farm the jungle really fast with his Helm of Dom. He does opt to pick up the Yasha, so just even more farming, and which he can get away with right now. His team's doing fine and winning these trades 4v5, 4v4. And S and Y there on Slark, so that's what he went for. Just got a slight buff in the latest patch. He's looking for Deep Evil. Gonna be in a lot of trouble there. Looks like he Dark Packs out of that silence, so that's nice if you're Corey. Everyone else though still silenced up. A nice Ice Path goes out. Crowd's kind of caught in that. Will he be able to get off an RP? He skewers over, cancels RP, hasn't landed one yet, goes down. Corey able to burst him down, gonna take out the Rubik as well. So another 2-for-0 trade, and now Corey, going on the target he initiated upon a while ago, finally takes out the silencer. I'm gonna pick up a double kill there, and looks like Jakiro got the kill on Rubik there. And pushing down the mid tier 1 tower.
I would like to point out that
it feels like the Magnus player forgot a little bit about the range of RP. It just, like, that's how it feels. Just because he's waiting until, like, the very last moment to attempt to RP when Slark's already pretty much on his tail. Whereas he could get the RP off beforehand while Slark is running towards him and be able to hit him with it and potentially get away at least. But he's suffering. I mean, he hasn't really hit a good RP in a fight yet.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's his 5th death.
Could be just because Corey very mobile. Rubik gonna go down there yet again. There's a good RP. And let's not forget about his nice 2-man RP top a little bit earlier. And everyone is pretty tanky this game. Has a whole lot of burst. If you just use it on Corey, he's gonna pretty much Dark Pact out of it. And then everyone else is really, really tanky. Almost everyone over 1,000 HP. Then there's the Leech Seed and the Living Armor. So
tower is under attack.
16 and 2 on Corey. He's really carrying this game.
just a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Check out the gold advantage. It's going to be about a 16k gold advantage, 15k XP advantage, so I'd have to say Faded extremely in control of this game. Rhyme hasn't even bothered to show up. He's got 1 kill, 1 death, 2 assists. He's at 125 CS right now at 18 minutes, doing quite well. Getting very close to a Yasha if that's what he decides to go, or maybe just, I'm sorry, has a Yasha, very close to a Manta. Could also just go MKB right off of this as well.
Yep. Either one pretty strong. They're in a really comfortable position just based on how the other 4 have been playing. So it's really up to him. Like, he can go whatever he wants right now because his team is just in such control without him that with him it's just
for the MJ.
that much more of an asset.
Speaking of MJ, what do you think of Mjolnir on Gyrocopter?
I can't say I've ever seen it before.
But I can't see
interesting,
why not.
I guess.
It just adds more AoE damage. Flat Cannon as well as the Mjolnir proc, and a nice attack speed. Pretty high base damage. I don't know. It seems alright.
Why not just leave it at Maelstrom and then go something else? Like,
Yeah,
what's the
that would
reason for
actually
going Mjolnir
probably
instead
be
of
better.
it?
I guess you get Yasha just
It'd be
for
nice
some
with the
more
chain proc, I
positioning and movement speed, attacking a little faster, and hitting pretty hard. I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't get
Would be
it
a first.
because it doesn't work on the flak cannon, whereas like pure base damage does, like off of MKB or Rapier or anything. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good in the right. Like going against the PL, I think it's not a bad pickup.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're probably right. Leave it at the Maelstrom because it goes from a 120 damage proc to 160, so pretty much not worth it. And then you can get other items to tank up like BKB or anything like that.
I also like playing my Gyrocopter around flat cannon timings, so like the attack speed won't help as much as extra damage that you could get going to the Mjolnir rather than maybe starting working on an MKB.
Ah, that's true. Especially with the cooldown.
It's a lot harder to play it that way now. Yeah, it's a lot harder to play it like that because of that. So, but I mean, we don't go that item altogether on that hero, so this is all just theory crafting, I guess.
Next game I cast, I better see a Gyrocopter Maelstrom from Gotham City. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But we got another pause here. It looks like Rhyme has DC'd. He's got an Aegis as they did just take out the Roshan, and he bought something. It's a BKB. So, looks like you disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's decent because at least you won't be phased by Napalm, I guess, and Telekinesis, and maybe Last Word, which shouldn't be that much of an issue, but I guess a lot of their damage is still magic, as well as the fact that they only have to worry about a lifestealer who just has phase drum in terms of physical damage. So it's a pretty good pick still, I guess.
Yeah, Corey trying to take out the Nakes there. Kind of forgot about that engagement. Nake's just going to rage TP out. Corey can't stop that. Surprises me he doesn't have a basher already, because if he did, that was probably another kill. Nakes was even forced to use Infest there.
They should fight right now. Oh, there we go.
Looks like Batrider is.
This is a really nice time.
Theory.
Corey's.
They take Theory out, they silence him up, last word. So Theory going to be nuked down. Rhyme comes in for the first time, but Corey's not around in this fight. Dimitri getting pretty low. The mech goes off from side B, heals everyone up. And I think it's time to back off if you're faded. Tree has bought back. Just reset the fight and let Corey come down and join you. Hopefully he'll buy something here with his 4,100 gold on his way over.
That was already a win right now for Chuanz. Like, they need to not overextend, which seems like that's what they're doing right now.
Oh, there's a
but
nice
they get a massive RP
though. There's Skewer back to the tower, not going to be available. The Overgrowth goes off. Crowds is going to go down. But even with a 4-man RP, since the Skewer was used to initiate because he doesn't have a Blink Dagger, no one even going to drop. 3 heroes go down and 2 Chuanz. Make that 4 now as Corey shows up. So if Magnus fared a little better in the mid lane, had a blink there, that could have been huge if he skewered that back to the tower.
Someone must be
even level 11, or doing it right before Lifestealer had died. That's the only big thing.
Ryman goes
so much
down.
of their damage.
I don't know why he didn't just die by the tower instead of dying so deep in the base, but either way, respawning with that Aegis. Putting the Aegis to use, it looks like they will be able to get the tier 3 tower here. Maybe a Rax as RP is going to be down for 70 seconds, but that being said, Darkseer's Wall has also been used. Call down's a short cooldown, so it's already back. Yeah, looks like they're going to try to get the Rax.
Unless he was low mana, I don't think there was a reason to die to tower. He could have just let someone
kill him.
I don't know, use spells on him. Yeah.
Yeah, Saibi almost getting bursted down. Looks like it will be enough, even using that mech charge. Dimitri getting pretty low as well, but now Rhyme showing that he's been farming all game, doing quite a bit of damage here. 2 are down right now. Corey chasing around. Looks like he's going to get Batrider. Looks like he's not going to get Batrider.
Nice kill.
Rhyme's on the job, though. Maybe not. Of course, 70's bottled up quite a bit. Oh god, Dimitri, stop that.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's structures are
I guess that's not Dimitri, because it's someone on 2 Chuanz doing it, since it's defense. I don't know. Dimitri used to have
I think it was an attack one, actually.
Oh, then it was Dimitri for sure. Looks like Ryan getting pretty low, doesn't have that, Oh, he goes down. Who took him out? Looks like Rubik did. I don't even know who did it. Maybe Rubik's
Rubik as well as
the
the Batrider.
Or Rubik Rocket Barrage, okay. And Batrider, yeah. But the racks are down, and it's still 28-14, so despite 2 Chuanz sort of turning it around, really nice fight for Faded overall. Jakiro's picked up a 4-staff for positioning, so playing the Jakiro a little differently than Deep Evil, who just decided to stockpile 6,000 gold.
Oh no.
And Crowds again going to go down. Looks like he did waste the RP there as well, so when he respawns, he's not going to have it. And Corey here just pouncing out of Overgrowth. It was a nice steal there by Tella, but kind of too little too late at this point. As Corey picking up a triple kill, soon to be an ultra kill, yeah. Unless Tree steals it.
He should have. It would have been funny.
It would have been. And 21-3 right now is Corey, so kind of just snowballed out of control in that mid lane. Batrider picking up a gem, but again, sort of too little too late.
Has that ever been cause for celebration?
Yeah, definitely.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And Tree with an armor.
Not much they can do. Strong. Right click harder.
Dude, he right clicked so hard.
Bottom tower is being subjected to extreme violence.
You remember when Tree's ability was the spawning fake deceptive trees?
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, they need to put that
And you'd have to
back.
like tango them.
Nature's Guys is stupid. Just put that ability back in. It was so funny. There's like there's not a tree here in the middle of my jungle.
Bottom barracks are
And then like the intermediary one, the birds or whatever, that could like stun you.
I don't know if I remember that one.
There was like a global like you summon a bird, like an invisible bird, and if someone walks nearby, it just like stuns them. That's pretty funny. But anyways, people are dying.
At this point, I don't think it really matters. The game's probably been over for a little while, and the GG is called up. So, in this best of 2, it looks like Faded takes one, 2 Chuanz takes one. This is the Symphony Gaming Tournament. I've got it on my overlay, so check that out. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. You can check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/FMBP Dota and twitch.tv/FMBP Dota. Please subscribe. It makes me very happy. And then with me tonight was Orbit, playing for Gotham City right now in CEVO, so make sure to check them out as well as Bravebird Dota, our sort of stats man.
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower
And that's all I got.
is under attack.
Go subscribe to me, Bravebird.
Radiant's middle tower. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
There it is, the first one in the whole best of 2. Finally popped one up. Yeah.
It was me.
Oh, Bravebird. Oh, Dagon 5 on Corey. Too bad we don't get items for watching this. Just getting some kills here for the fans.
Radiant's ancient is under
Yeah.
Someone had better do something.
Alright, but anyway, that's the game. Thank you again for co-casting. We'll be looking to bring some more games from CEVO or Symphony Gaming relatively soon. Peace.